Steven. This is Steven, also known as AKA Unadulterated Pirate Pizza from the Steven Michael Show.
Alright, challenge your friend.
Hello, as usual, I am HUYH, and we're going to be watching Steven get drunk. It's going to be fun. We're going to be talking about stuff, playing some video games on stream. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Try and prepare for a battle, Carl.
Yeah.
Incidentally,
Okay, we're connected. We're connected with each other. So,
and I'm streaming gameplay now. Alright, so you guys got an Undertale character? An Undertale character.
Hello, no, wait, Metaton.
so you're creating a map.
Metaton?
You're going to be creating the
Metaton.
question of what map will be, Sarah.
You got it?
I love that gay robot. I love the gay robot.
He's a pretty badass gay robot.
You want to just keep it you want a handicap, Carl? Or just...
No handicaps.
Alright. Position. Standard. See, what map do you want to do? The Opera House, Destroyed Town?
I always go with Fort Dragonfall because, in my opinion, that map is the most balanced out.
I have never played, Fire Emblem versus each other. How does that work?
You want to do 10 minutes?
You get
Carl.
both.
If there's an infinite option, go for that.
Wait. Sarah, Carl. Carl, be quiet for a second. You asked, it works, you both get 6 characters. You both get to choose between six members of your team.
Set rules.
You use one of the basic maps. You can choose, including your own personal castle, your opponent's castle, and some of the other basic mission maps. And you fight each other. You have, I think, like a few minutes between each turn, but I think
Red Fire.
if that person doesn't pick their turn,
Have you been playing?
it skips to the next person.
Okay. Well, incidentally, 90% of my combat I've had in this game has been like castle sieges. I've been doing a lot of castle sieges because it's a really good way to get affinity up with different people.
Oh yeah, how do you do skills and such?
Skills, what do you mean by that, Sarah?
I've heard that you can buy skills from other players.
Oh, when you castle siege someone,
Hitting their card and then pretty much perform a battle in their castle, or you can go back to your castle and use the card.
I guess I was gonna steamroll me, Carl.
You have to battle them in their castle. If you win, you get to choose between taking one of their party members,
God, you're
getting a copy of one of their party members, or buying a skill from them.
I got a really late game skill from someone by battling them and basically cheating. Here's the thing.
One skill I like to get for Fire Emblem Fates from the castle battles was duplicate, which makes a copy of
I'm
your
not gonna
unit.
enjoy this.
Where do you get that?
I think you're overpowered.
I don't know, but it's a very useful ability in that you create 2 of your units, but the downside to it is they both share the same health bar and equipment. So it allows you to split up your unit basically to 2 parts, and they both have the same exact health, but they share the same health bar. So if one of them loses health, the other one loses health as well.
So
if you heal one, the other one heals as well.
okay. So I do.
What class did you get it from? I do not know. I'm sorry.
God, I don't
Last I checked, you and I got the replicate abilities from those easy skill castles.
I didn't get it.
Oh yeah,
I don't have replicate.
I want to replicate.
Shouldn't have done this.
some people make these
I'll
easy
hold
skill
back my
castles.
characters, Sarah.
Damn Hoshidens and their skills. Oh God!
You can find these online, but they're easy skill castles, and they basically have names like One Turn Capture or something. But they basically have these very powerful units, but they have no weapons on them, so you can just go straight to their throne and capture their castle.
Oh, that's pretty
and
clever.
buy skills from them.
I'm too competitive with my friend to make one of those myself. I have my basically I'm consistently trying to me and my friend are basically battling for castle supremacy. He sieges my castle even though he's later in game every so often, and I consistently beat him by putting Xander out in front and tell him go get him. I put Xander and Keaton? That's his name, right? The wolf guy?
Keaton, yeah. Think Michael Keaton.
I'm thinking like Keaton from... I read that as Keaton from Gurren Lagann. And that's probably not supposed to be the way I read that.
I think it was the Keatons. I think it's the Keatons from Ocarina of Time. The Keaton mask.
Oh yeah! The fox guys.
Well.
Anyway, we were talking about Power Rangers.
Oh yeah, we were talking about. Hey, gummit.
So what would...
You want to ask my all-time favorite Power Ranger season, RPM.
Yeah, and my answer would be the same.
Hey, gummit, talk with me.
Even though RPM has the worst theme song,
It doesn't have the worst one. It has the second worst one. Operation Overdrive is still probably worse.
you cannot forget the goddamn spoken word rap that is the Operation Overdrive theme.
But Operation Overdrive, that's cheating. Operation Overdrive has the worst everything.
That's true, but like
Normal.
Power Rangers, Operation Overdrive.
I'm just playing
I
on
still know the words to like half that song.
Operation.
I'm not ashamed.
But,
Pepper to
but
grind.
I absolutely love Operation Overdrive. Even
Sarah?
though I didn't see it when I was younger, I only saw it a couple years ago when I did my marathon.
RPM.
I'm trying to talk.
You said the exact opposite of what you're trying to say. You said, I absolutely love Operation Overdrive.
No, I said RPM. I'm sorry. I apologize, but I hate our Operation Overdrive. It's one of the worst seasons of Power Rangers.
It's probably the worst, honestly.
It is.
But I digress.
But I absolutely love RPM. RPM, even though it has the worst theme song, the second worst theme song,
Awards if I don't.
I love it because it has a deep story
Okay, ow.
and it didn't focus on the Red Ranger. Every single other Power Ranger almost always focused on the Red Ranger. It didn't.
Wait, what is happening to Takumi? Is he...
Armor out of him.
Or Takumi.
Wait, you're trying to tell me that Takumi is a piece of shit?
He just credited his Takumi.
Oh.
Knocked the armor out of him. You don't forget
Takumi's actually.
he's in the
Takumi,
fight
if you
now.
use him right, Takumi's a good unit if you use him right.
I know he's a good unit, but he's also an asshole, and I don't like him.
After me. Oh, why'd you go after me?
So I could get access to your Takumi without risking Kaze.
Maybe it's just because I've only played Conquest so far. But is Takumi an asshole in both versions of the game, or is it just in Conquest?
He's RA.
Yeah.
He is very tsundere.
Yeah.
But he's more
He's
dere.
very- You noticed how he was. You noticed how he was in the first few chapters where he didn't trust you.
Yeah.
He's basically kind of like that through Conquest, where he trusts you, but only a little bit. But he still has his doubts about you, so he's kind of that
So,
kind of character.
in Conquest, he isn't leading the charge to the hardest mission in the game. Or sorry, in
Yeah.
Birthright.
In Birthright, I'm saying in Birthright, he's still kind of a jerk, even though because he doesn't exactly trust you, but he still kind of trusts you, but he doesn't
I don't like
100% trust you. You do earn his trust. But yeah, he is kind of a jerk, but he's a lovable jerk.
this isn't fair.
And god damn, that spilt beer on me again.
How do you keep doing that? What are you doing? You're just getting really jaunty as you're talking?
Ridiculously weak compared to him.
You know, if you turn on handicap, you shouldn't have that problem.
I'm not playing on handicap. He said no handicap.
Why did he say no handicap?
Carl,
It's like
how come
cheating.
every time you play Carl, how come every time you play a game against her, you go balls to the wall?
Dude, if your levels are higher than her, of course you're gonna win.
God, that's just how I am.
Like,
But-
thinking it's
No,
funny.
no, everyone be quiet. Everyone be quiet. The very first time she played Smash Bros was against Carl, and Carl decided to go 100% hard on her.
And it was the first time
He
he ever
balls
played
to
the
the wall
game.
on her.
Go big or go home.
Smash Bros. shadows.
I love it.
Go big or go home was Carl's motto, and he didn't give her an inch. He went balls to the wall on her.
Gro-
Like you're gonna
I'll tell you what, I'm a person who's at least nice and is willing to give a free shot, okay?
No, you are not. Carl.
You're
You
not
are
though.
absolutely wrong about that.
If she,
Personally,
if you're not equalizing the levels,
Carl,
it's not.
try and nerf you again.
Carl, you are the kind of person that'd go hardcore against a 5-year-old.
I did that to be
I'm
fair.
not going to sugar. You would go hard against anyone, be them a 5-year-old or anyone who's been playing the game for the first time.
I hope no one saw that.
But yeah, I'm playing on hard, so it's hard for me to
Carl, you're a good player, but you don't know when to go easy on somebody.
You said you're.
I'm playing on hard, and it's
And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being a good player. You just don't know when to go easy on somebody, and that's the
He's-
only thing I can say about it.
I'm a good player. I just
Okay.
haven't been grinding a lot. I don't.
Don't take that hard, Carl. Please don't take that hard. But that's the truth. You don't know when to go easy on somebody.
Alright, can I get someone to take that out of context? Alright, and out of context. Okay. You just told your friend of many years, don't go hard. I'm just saying, man.
Carl,
I can't
please,
even
please
touch
answer me.
I can't even touch his Korin. His Korin is unstoppable.
I've been beating up
Carl.
on players.
Your Korin
Carl,
is untouchable. I can't hit him.
hey, you're not a bad player. You're a very good player. You just don't know when to take it easy on somebody.
Mercies for the weak. Hear the lamentation of their women. Right?
Exactly.
I feel like the only way I can
Carl.
somehow stand a chance against this character is if I put Sakura close to where the dragon vein is.
Carl, I love you like a brother, Carl, but you just don't know when to take it easy.
I'll play your trap.
I can't. That's the only way I can't touch your character. He's too strong. He is literally too strong for me.
So, can I say that every time my friend sieges my castle, the deciding unit is always my wife. My wife is Kamiya. She always wrecks his face and decides the battle for me.
Thank God.
Pretty great.
You want big titty?
Hey
You want
man,
big titty?
I know what I want. Also, she's like hella
I don't
powerful.
know. In Conquest, my wife is either going to come down to Camilla, Serena, or Niles.
Niles, I forgot about that. Serena, Kamiya. Who's Serena again? I'm trying to think.
Who'd you marry?
No.
Carl, who'd you marry in?
It's like the only.
I know in Birthright you married Azura in Birthright, but who'd you marry in Conquest?
How'd that go for you, by the way, buddy?
Whoops. Did I forget I had the renewal ability on hand for me?
But Carl, who'd you marry in Conquest?
Did you marry?
I just don't grind that much because I only play like.
I think we're in two different conversations here.
I heard
Carl,
your
this is
question. I
very.
want to finish it up.
I
This
only.
is very important. Who did you marry in Conquest?
Give me a minute, because I don't remember
important.
my Conquest playthrough. In fact, all I did was just rush through it at this point, just so I could be done with it.
I'm gonna do some more grinding.
Okay, here it is. In Conquest, I married Elise.
Oh, interesting.
Elise. Why did you marry Elise? She's a little girl.
Same reason I did with Lisa.
How old is she? Like
Fair enough.
15 or so?
It says it's probably like 14, but she looks 10.
In American version, she's said to be an adult, at least 16 or 18.
Yeah.
Well,
In Japanese
considering
version,
that considering it's a
in the
mini-
Japanese version, she's 13. She's implied to be 13 in the Japanese version.
Also,
You change that for the American version. Implied to have sex in the American version, or when they have the children, they're directly implied to have sex, so they have to
There's no implication.
the American.
Yeah.
There's a
They have
confirmation.
that-
Right.
Just imagine the bad publicity Nintendo would get if CNN or Fox News heard about that. They would go
Right. But
ballistic.
I can understand that for Awakening, because in Awakening, the children are from the future, and it's implied that they're not conceived for a year or so
Yeah.
after the battle.
They
But
go,
in Fate, it directly says in Fate it directly says their love conceived a child. So you can't have that with somebody who's 13, so
Whoa.
they age them up to be at least 16 or 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Old enough to where
Which I can understand. I prefer censorship like
It
that.
doesn't help that Elsie is like, it looks 10. Like, at most 10. Right?
Right.
So,
These
even if
like
she is
12.
like 13, even if she is 13, so legally an adult in Japan, it's still really weird. Like it's something.
Yeah, so that's why they age. That's why they said she's 18 in America, because they wanted to get away with that.
yeah.
Oh,
You can't get away with them being 13 and that kind of thing, saying they're having sex and be married
I'm pretty
yeah.
sure
in America.
I'm pretty sure
You can
that's
barely
why-
get away with that in Japan.
Yeah, you can barely get away with that in Japan. But Sarah, what were you saying?
I'm pretty sure that's why a number for the localized version, most of Kana's S supports apparently are platonic because they couldn't get away with saying that they were in their mid-teens. They looked like a little child.
Yeah. Alright, my 7th beer. I'm going to go get another one. I'll be right back.
Jesus, man, you're shotgunning these things.
I didn't even go completely OP like that on you, Sarah. Believe me, I had no full intention. I just thought that like since you and I were like near each other in terms of chapters, I thought it'd be fair game right there.
What are you watching?
I don't grind that
That's
much.
so from.
I
I'm sorry.
more hard.
Do you still call?
Yeah.
On hard, and it is ridiculously hard to grind on hard.
Jeez.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
sorry,
I couldn't stop myself. That is too funny.
that came out wrong.
Well, Sarah, to make you feel better, you're not the first one I completely OP'd.
OP'd on hard. Once again, I'm awful.
That's Steven. I a couple of weeks earlier fought him because like again same reasons under Sarah. I thought that me and him were like around the same chapter, so I thought it'd be fair game if I fought him. Turns out I OP'd him.
You OP'd your friend of many years. I should stop.
Difficulties, it's more difficult to get lucky XP. You know what I meant.
Yeah.
Also,
You think the Boo Camp DLC would have at the very least gave you the same amount of experience as the exponential growth from Awakening?
oh, by the way, has anyone ever told you this before? Carl, right?
Yes.
You sound a lot like one of the commentators from Brain Scratch Com.
What?
From
Yeah.
what?
Like there's a YouTube commentary channel called Brain Scratch Com. You sound like one of the commentators on it.
No way. I don't
Yeah,
buy it.
it's not too much, but there's a similarity. I think it's. I couldn't for the life of me tell you which one.
Beer number goddamn 8. This is a mistake. I hate my life.
But,
I want to die.
what was a mistake?
If you take that offensively, then I didn't say that.
Yeah.
I do not mean that as an insult at all, of course.
Steven.
I just came back. I just now put the headphones in my ear. Did you say anything?
Yeah, I called your name earlier.
Oh, cool. I got
Um,
Omo cream pie. These are just fucking delicious.
All milk cream pies are
Beer
delicious.
number
I need you to confirm this for me for Sarah's benefit.
What?
8. Okay.
When I first fought you in Fire Emblem Fates, didn't I go OP on you?
Yes.
Oh, dude! I got Dark Boy!
Yes. That's exactly what I was getting into.
Trying to figure out what to do with Takumi.
I went everywhere. I've gone everywhere. So,
Ability that,
I mean, talking about like in terms of supports, make him marry Oboro or however that name is pronounced.
Camilla.
Phil.
I gave him.
Alright,
It was pretty good.
come over here.
I gave him to Tits McGee.
I don't wanna.
In
What? Oh, my
video
brain.
games,
Alright.
in video games,
I got it.
I like Fire Emblem. When I do pairings in those games, I don't give an absolute shit about stats or something. I just like the pairings themselves.
Yeah, I pick them for personal reasons for the most part.
Well,
What? I need the help, man!
I know there's.
What were you going to suggest?
Mantle.
I need it for boss rush, dude.
Stats.
Boss rush,
I don't
isn't
give
it?
a
Yeah.
shit about solitary.
What did you pick up instead, Relic?
Stats are a bonus as far as I'm concerned.
I
Wait,
just,
do you have
to be
a
honest,
virtual
I
laser
just
that shoots?
like the pairing.
Yes, I have Mom's Eye.
Couples in.
Oh,
I just like
You figured quite a bit.
interactions.
that's why I paired Takumi with Camilla. They have a really funny support chain.
I don't want to do that for personal reasons.
Himself.
What?
I don't want to pair Takumi up with Kamiya for personal reasons.
Personal reasons?
Yeah, because she was my wife at one point, damn it. And I don't want to pair her up with that asshole.
No, Takumi's not that much of an asshole once you get used to it.
Once again, like I said, I only know him from...
He's a tsundere that acts soon, but once he opens up again, he's nothing but there.
Hugh. Hugh.
Yes.
Who I paired my character up in with Berkey.
Who?
I'm sorry, no, the Fox girl, Birthright. Keaton's daughter.
Suki.
She was my Selkie, yeah, Selkie. She was my fucking wafu. She's
That's pretty cool.
adorable as fuck.
She's pretty cute.
I love her interactions. She's so adorable. The energetic.
For
I'm
you,
not a goddamn furry.
if you're
goddamn adorable.
if you're picking someone adorable and if you're picking someone adorable, have you picked your conquest wife yet?
I told you my conquest wafu is either going to be Camilla, Selena, or Niles.
My suggestion is actually Ophelia.
Ophelia.
Yeah, that's Odin's daughter.
Good.
Yeah,
I'm thinking.
She's very.
What was
She's adorable.
Who's the Wolfkin's name?
Keaton.
His name Wolf guy.
Keaton.
Conquest.
Keaton.
Kaden.
Or Keaton.
Keaton. Whoever his name is.
Sune.
Keaton. I thought Keaton was Caden. Wasn't Caden the guy from Fate? Birthright.
Keaton's the beast folk.
Caden is the guy from Birthright, yeah.
Keaton. Keaton the wolf. I'm thinking I might go with the wolf guy's daughter. But no, but seriously, I am considering doing Niles just for the hell of it. Because he is.
Problem is you don't get a spawn. I don't think you get a baby if you do that.
No, you don't. You don't get.
Because that makes
you don't
sense.
Get either of you don't get Kana or his daughter, but it's still a good pairing, and I like it, even though it's gay pairing, or I should say bi pairing. But I do like it, and I'm seriously considering doing that because I do like their interaction.
The weirdest thing about Niles for me is that I don't have a good grasp on his character. Like, I don't know much
He's
of...
just a dirty guy. He's like me, just saying dirty jokes.
Is he just Michael? Is that what I'm supposed to get from him? He's just Michael, only a badass?
He's either Michael or me. Just does dirty stuff to get a rise out of people. Sarah, you know how I am.
Yeah. I'm still surprised that his English voice actor is Fury Lowenthal. I didn't know that he had a voice like that.
Well, you know Silas is Pit. You know Silas is
But can
Pit.
you remind me who else he's done? Derek, I'm drunk, but can you remind me who else he's done?
To do English dubs for hentai.
That wouldn't surprise me. That would not surprise me.
What? That Fury Lowenthal used to do voice work for Hentai?
Oh, he did. He was the main
That would
character
not surprise me.
what was it? What was that show called? Girls Bravo. He was the main character of that. It wasn't surprising that much. Yuri Lowenthal's a pretty self-aware guy.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
He's a great guy.
I wish I could meet him. He's one of the voice actors I would love to meet next to Johnny Youngbosh and
I don't know why some people are
Vic
giving.
Mignogna.
Vic Monoganoff.
Goddamn, I would love
No.
to meet Vic Mignogna. Vic Mignogna. Vic Mignogna. Vic Mignogna.
See, I always thought his name was Monoganoff. Na. Monoganoff. Na.
The actor who did Odin's voice. What his name is? I forget what his name is.
Oh, also, if you played Fates, you can probably tell me, is Misseltanian a reference to something?
What?
Misseltanian?
It's a tome.
I know, and Ophelia has a tome called Misseltanian. Odin says it's a reference to something. I know he's a character in Fates. I don't know what the reference to.
She mentions that she read his book, that journal he had, and that was shown in Awakening. And
Isn't it a little weird? I wonder what happened between Fates and Awakening that caused him to become a mage.
I don't know.
It has to do with story reasons because of.
Wayne is Lisa's daughter, and Lisa is a pretty decent magic user, so maybe he picked up.
Wait.
They make
I know exactly why. I actually do know the exact reason why, but it's very spoilery, and I can say it in spoiler warning. Do you want me to go ahead?
What spoilers for which game? Fates or
It has to go
Awakening?
to a Fate spoiler, but it's basically the person who brought those three characters into the Fates world made him a mage. It's the person who disguised their hair color and made Owen into Odin and made him a mage. Is the same character who brought them in.
Oh yeah, here's a fun.
I wish I used Laszlo more.
Oh, here's a fun bit of trivia with Laszlo. I think if you S rank him as a Fumicorn, he mentions his awakening. He tells you his awakening name.
Don't worry, Odin and
So does
Laszlo.
Selena, and so does Odin.
Odin and Laszlo make reference to their names. Yeah.
If you S rank them.
Yeah, they do tell you their real names eventually at some point. I think during some of their interactions, they do tell you their original names.
I have 2020 Brimstone. Oh, this is gonna be so
But
good.
the character.
What are you playing?
I'm playing Binding of Isaac.
From the Awakening world to the Fates world, there's a magical character who brought them over, who made them who they are, and made them disguised and gave them new abilities. And that's why Odin is now a mage.
I'm pairing Lisa up with Rickon and
Which I do
Awakening.
think it's the same. But Odin has the fucking best ability. I love Odin's ability.
Oh yeah, I just decked him out with a bunch of tomes that are named anime references and let him go to town.
I named my tomes. I gave him one tome, which is a Thunder tome. I named it after Quizalogical.
I named his Thunder Tome Bowserkerga.
I'm not gonna lie.
A reference to Dutch
One
Bell.
of the online matches I did, one person just had Odin on his team, and this person just gave him a tone, but just laid it out with question marks.
That's no fun.
God. I'm trying to remember something.
I mean, all of my weapon names are anime references. All of them. Because I'm a doofus.
In Awakening, I actually named a weapon when I was doing a recent playthrough of Awakening before Fates came out. I named a weapon after Michael. I think I called it Ford's Blade or something. It was a sword that I named after Michael. I called it Ford's Blade or something like that.
Plus 20 damage on beast units. What?
I called it I called it Ford's Edge. I think that's why I called the weapon I named.
I may steal that. I may make it. I may make a beast killer weapon and name it Ford's Edge.
I think in one of the supports
Nice.
for in one of the supports for Odin, not Odin, Laszlo. I think it might be Servina or the female avatar, but he's actually sneaks off with Odin's book of weapons when he's not looking and just reads through them.
Odin and Laszlo are actually great characters. I'm glad I found out they're in Fates. So I'm excited about them.
Yeah.
Awakening.
Or Awakening, I mean.
Yeah.
They
Speaking of things that went from like Fates, from Awakening to Fates, one of the things I'm having a mixed feel of is how they remade the pair ups and dual.
It's
Like, the pair-ups.
different.
I actually like it once I got used to it.
Well, I like that they did the that they add more of a strategy to it.
Yeah, because incidentally, at least in early levels, I could just set up with 2 rank S's and they will murder everything.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
Oh, in
it was kind of
Awakening,
broken
you could put 2 units. You could put 2 units together, and they'd be like a unit. But they changed that for Fates to where if you put them next to each other, they'll both attack, but they could be target the weaker one. But you can put them together, and one can defend, but you won't be able to attack or move as.
Yeah, it's an offensive versus defensive set, I imagine. No, don't give me.
A little used to
It
it
has that risk versus reward.
from Awakening.
Let's see. Carl, does Master Ninja get replicate?
No.
Wait, what gets replicate then?
Hey,
I don't know. I just go to the easy skill
not
cap.
to go to the wiki. I don't know where it comes from. So I'll ask y'all, what is the game that you don't think anyone else would like that you like? Like a very unlikely game that you like.
Once again, Viva Pinata. Like,
For me, probably it's Chrono Cross.
Yeah.
Viva Pinata is such
I'll
a
have to
niche
say-
game.
The RPGs. It's a game that I like, but I don't think anybody else likes. It's the Harry Potter RPGs.
A Harry Potter RPG. What's it called? Just like named after the movie.
Well, no, they actually do legitimately have 3 Harry Potter RPGs. 2 for the Game Boy, 1 for the Game Boy Advance. Sorcerer's Stone and Chamber of Secrets on the Game Boy Color are both actual turn-based RPGs.
I think the ones on Game Boy.
Prisoner of Azkaban on the Game Boy Advance is also an RPG.
Really?
An actual turn-based RPG. And I gotta say, the first one has no party members, but it's a pretty decent game. The second one, even though it does have party members, they're not very useful, but it's still a decent game. The third one, Prisoner of Azkaban on the Game Boy Advance, is really, really, really good. It could almost be considered one of my RPGs, if not for the fact that it's so short. It's so incredibly short.
What, the Harry
It
Potter?
has a very interesting.
Hey Phil,
Yeah.
I'm unlocking the Lost.
It's like so incredibly short. It just goes through the story so quick,
lost
but there
this
is
run.
alternate paths, and there
What
is
did you
reward
do?
for doing multiple playthroughs. But you could just get to it
What
through
did
it
you
so
do?
quickly. And I wish
First
it
die.
was longer. I wish
No.
if it was longer, it'd be such a great game. It could probably. Be
I don't understand how that run of yours.
Wasn't that?
Oh, remember how to unlock the Lost now?
Commit
was
suicide
kind of
on the first pad with a
really good.
thing.
Yeah.
Like they had
It was
gold
really
No.
Yes, I think it did. And it had spells that affected things outside battle that you could use to pass through puzzles. Kind of like gold. But it was a really good game. It could be considered a classic if it was longer.
Yeah, I mean, like, but sometimes short isn't that bad of a thing. But if it's as short as you're trying to
It's
make
too
it out,
short.
to be, then I feel sad.
It's short. You could play. It has alternate path through ways. Like one path you can go with Ron to do a certain task. The other path you can go with Hermione. And so it incorporates multiple playthroughs, but you could just play through the game twice. And my problem is your reward for boss, which is very anticlimactic
Phil.
and a very bad final boss.
So, it
Reward that
reborn me as a
basically
Lost
unlocks every
on the
single
same one that sent me
ability
to Mega Satan.
characters to use.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I keep on
So, keep on hearing what? After
I'm gonna
2, Divine
die.
Guard.
Fire Emblem Fates, a skill called
Oh, okay, yeah, that's an ability that like
My Isaac just stopped working. I unlocked something and my Isaac exploded.
Your stats increasing.
Okay, this person has to be hacking. I found a place called Aptala, but they have like 99 of each stone.
Hold on just a second. Gameplay will be back in just a moment.
They're cheating.
Oh, jeez. I'm not gonna lie. I actually wanted to hack my Fire Emblem Fates because I just wanted to max out my team's stats. But like,
Wait.
not
If
like
anyone, one way to tell if somebody's cheating, if any of the adult units have underdog, that's cheating. You could tell they're.
Alright,
well, except for the villager Mozu, who pretty much would likely want to have it.
Mozu is such a weird one.
Oh yeah, other than Mozu.
Yeah.
this is one of those,
But here's the thing. That kind of like, sort of ticks me off at the moment.
Why did I obtain their card for?
So you can visit their castle again. Plus, if you obtain their card, you can actually buy the skills.
And I'm dead.
Instead of having to constantly go back to the castle.
Underdog. Mostly doesn't have underdog with.
Anyways, as I was saying, one of the things that's been recently ticking me off is how Power Save updated itself and changed a few things around.
What happened?
Okay, so normally when you plop in your cartridge, you get instant access to any and all cheats that are available. Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Right.
recently they updated it to where you now need to make a sort of account-esque with them, so this way you can be guaranteed and fully approved for your cheats and all.
Okay,
But the one thing that really irks me is that if you get a new game and it's like brand new when it first comes out, you either have to spend a few dollars to get Prime points so you can get instant access to the games, or you can wait a certain arbitrary amount of time, which in this case for me with Fire Emblem Fates, I have to wait 2 weeks just so I can start using the cheats normally.
Hey, does anyone remember what number beer I'm on? Because I just finished.
That was 8, I believe.
Alright, then I'm about to go into beer number 9 then. I'll be right back.
Yikes, you've already ripped through a 6-pack.
So wait, how do I buy
Impressive.
skills again?
So what?
How do I buy skills again?
Press
To buy
start,
skills,
go
you
to
have
your
to
cards.
defeat
Wait,
the fortress. You have to defeat their fortress.
oh, I have to defeat their fortress. Wait, I'm defending my
Their
fortress.
castle.
Well, you can do either, I think.
Castle. And you'll get the option to buy their skill. I'll be right back, and we better be discussing something other than Fire Emblem, or I'm going to be highly upset but do nothing about it. I'll be right back.
You guys been playing any other video games recently?
Why is he?
You guys been playing any video games?
No, I pretty much closed my 3DS.
I like this guy, but his thing, Tsubaki's broken his throat.
Well, it's funny. Wait, we're not supposed to talk about Fire Emblem.
Not until Jeremy comes back, then we have to change the subject.
Stop talking about it because I'm playing it.
Why is the game suddenly running so well? Like, my Isaac was running like shit, and then my game crashed, and now I brought it back, and now it's running correctly.
Okay, so how do I get this
Oh.
skill now?
I never started streaming Isaac.
Once you pretty much have the option to inherit the skill, you just select the option, then select which of the following characters you want to inherit the skill
I'm
from.
just showing a listing of the characters.
Yeah, select what character you want to inherit the skill of that, but it also has to be a character that you also possess at the moment.
What does that do again?
happens to it adds a bonus 10% chance your stats increasing when you level up. Very useful for level grinding, and it's what I've used to help increase my stats faster.
By the way, did you guys use Mozu?
What?
This is beer number 9.
Okay, now we gotta change the subject.
Wait.
Number 9. Number 9. It's beer number 9.
Speaking of 9,
Number 9.
I'm trying to say something.
sorry.
Number 9.
Jeremy,
Your log
even be quiet for a moment. Let's
all
hear
it tells me is to add the unit to my logbook. Is that what I'm supposed
Alright,
to
I'm back.
No, you don't want to add a unit to your logbook. You just want to inherit the skill.
Well, how do I do that? It doesn't give me any options. Just says
What's the problem, Sarah?
I'm trying to get
Um,
from a My Castle battle.
once you beat a My Castle battle, you get an option between using a unit or choosing a unit or getting a skill.
I
Once
didn't
you
give me
choose,
an
get a
option.
skill.
It just showed me a lineup.
Wait, did you play with the handicap on?
No.
Okay.
Did you play in your castle or in their castle?
My Castle.
Alright, you want to choose their castle. You want to fight in their castle. So next time when you do that, choose to fight in their castle.
Okay.
Don't worry about Sarah, don't get upset. But next time, choose their castle. Their castle.
Okay. I wish there was a way to make it. I wish that there was a. I think Paragon is in the game, but the DLC for it's not out yet.
I would love to get the Paragon ability because that I guarantee that'll make level grinding so
What's the
much.
Paragon ability?
Paragon doubles the experience you get.
Okay.
You know what DLC I'm waiting for? I think before I truly play Revelations, I'm waiting for the Anna DLC so I can marry Anna.
Dadgummit.
Because I like her.
She's
a nice
cute.
character. I like her. Even if
Her and her
she's a
mini
money-grubbing
sisters.
merchant.
You
Even
just
though she's a money-grubbing, lay-happy merchant, I like her.
He was the
kinda hot.
second character I married on one of my other playthroughs of Awakening.
you just want to have an orgy of one character, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
If
sounds.
you notice anything, I really like. If you notice my first video game crush, for some reason I have a thing for redhead video.
Hey man, redhead's a desirable trait to many men. I myself prefer dark hair, but you know, to each their own.
What's weird is real 3D real life redheads. I'm not too interested in real life redheads, but in video game redheads I do like.
It's because people like the actual color red for the hair. I imagine it's very exotic.
I guess. Alright, so this is beer number 9 in which I'm starting to drink.
What else have
I'm already regretting my life decision. Fun fact, Christmas a couple years ago, I got so drunk I actually had to go outside and lie down in my driveway
Why?
in like freezing weather because I was very, very drunk.
Where do you guys live?
I had 4 blind white Russians.
Say who? Hating.
Do you guys live somewhere where it actually gets cold?
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
well, I'm in, it
Charlotte.
was actually cold.
What is
It was
this
actually
cold
cold
you
that
speak
day.
of?
I live in Texas. I don't know anything about the cold. What's it like?
But in Georgia during the winter it can get pretty cold. It was cold that year. But I drank like 4 blind white Russians. This is different than regular white Russian.
It's blind.
It was just completely alcohol. It was completely alcohol. And normally it's served in a small glass. These were in big glasses, so that's probably like triple the amount. So I had a lot of alcohol.
So that's like blind, deaf, and mute white Russian.
Yeah, basically. But I had to lie down outside in the cold to control my senses. And the entire time that night, I was telling everyone I want to die because I was that drunk. I was saying, I want to die, I want to die.
Well, did you? Did you die?
No, I did not die, and I did not die.
I think
But I was pretty god. I think that was the drunkest I've ever been.
I think the drunkest I've ever gotten was I went on a fishing trip with my
Sarah, you have not gotten drunk. You've had a little bit of fireball, and you were lying in your bed talking. You were not drunk.
I don't know. I'm either a lightweight or it's just all in my head.
Sarah,
Both.
it's all in your head. You've never been really drunk. I've been really drunk. I've made out with a lesbian at a bar.
You've told that story before, and I'm still kind of shaky about. Did everyone clap?
No, nobody clapped. This happened outside the bar.
Are you sure everyone didn't clap?
Sarah, I actually, to be honest, I did not want you to know that. Pretend you didn't hear that.
his lips are slinking. Let's see if we can get the rest, get his other fetishes out.
Sarah, pretend you never heard that because I want you to say you never heard that.
I probably gonna forget most things.
I'm sorry, I should not have said that. I should not have.
Oh no! Oh no! Steven's not gonna remember any of this, but I'm gonna have it all recorded.
Come on.
Oh,
No!
boy.
No! No!
This is. I'm already regretting this decision. It's great.
It's fun. This is fun.
Okay. I'll be sure to
This
never
night-
show up for your funeral because I became self-aware you gave yourself alcohol poisoning.
Fair
I'll be
enough.
sure to not be
I-
considered an enabler after. It's alright, no one knows who I am. I'm not gonna be considered an
Fair enough.
enabler.
Fair
Or am
enough. And I annul you from any I forget the word. From any entitlement or whatever.
Blame?
Fuck. Yeah, blame. That's the word I'm looking for. I annul you of any blame or association with this event.
It's cool, I don't have it recorded at all.
You better be recording this because I better regret this. This
You
is
will,
what I
don't worry.
regret.
No, you won't regret it until you start. Until you.
Regret.
Then
Listen.
I guarantee
don't
you, Miss
regret-
Sarah will be sure to remind you of this horrible night.
Thank you. If you don't regret it, you didn't get drunk.
We haven't done it. We haven't done enough. Gotten enough bullshit stuff out of you yet, though. Oh, it's mainly just been talking about Power Rangers and Fire Emblem. And we got.
Alright, what do you want?
No, earlier in the other hangout chat, we did enjoy embarrassing ourselves.
What do you mean embarrassing ourselves? I'm proud of my answer.
Other than my deepest, darkest fetishes, what do you want to know?
No, that's what I want to know. You're not drunk until you start telling us that.
I don't need to be drunk to tell you my dark stuff.
Tell us your dark stuff.
I will never.
You don't have a Tumblr.
I'll never tell you my darkest, deepest fetishes. I will never tell you that. I would sooner die. That's stuff I'm taking to my grave. No one will never even know that. Even as the woman I would marry will never know my deepest, darkest fetishes.
I'm pretty sure she'll find out
The
eventually.
fantasy women that you enjoy will know.
They'll know when you hypnotize them. Ooh.
No one will ever know my deepest, darkest fetishes because I'm sure I'd go to jail for at least one of them.
So do you have a cool pointed mustache? Because you're not going to have any luck hypnotizing people without that. Just saying.
My deepest, darkest fetishes. What do you want to know? I'll answer anything other than my deepest, darkest fetishes. What do
You
want
have
to
a cool pointed mustache. I want to know.
I do not have a cool pointed mustache, but I would love to have one.
Damn. The other day I was working through drive-thru and someone decided and I found someone who literally had a curly mustache.
Nice.
Was it the offensive curly mustache sort of thing?
It looked like a cartoon character would have a curly mustache.
Was it like a Western movie mustache or a porno movie mustache?
More like a Western, I'd say. Yeah. Kind of like the guy from Tombstone.
I want one of those mustaches, like I look like I'm from a Western. Like
There's a very fine line between Western and porno.
I thought it looked.
I don't have anything for you
But alright, ask me anything. Do you want anything other than my deepest darkest fetishes?
Oh gosh, I gotta blow into the mic.
What's your favorite Megazord? How about that?
Favorite Megazord?
Yes.
Let me think.
Not your favorite series, because I know good series can have bad Megazords and vice versa. Okay.
I'm going to have to think about that for a second. But,
Oh, thank God I got it.
the magic train from Mystic Force.
What was that thing called? I can't remember.
I don't remember the name of it, but the lamp train, the magic train, I really do like that one.
I like the Solaris Knight. It's a shame he was hardly used. Right?
Yeah, but I do like the Megazords from Mystic Force. I do like those.
They're different.
But that's hard. Ask me anything about my past. Ask me anything other than my deepest, darkest fetishes.
Oh my God.
I've just want opinions. I don't know, man.
Don't ask me my opinions. Ask me something. Ask me a deep, dark secret other than my fetish.
I can't do that without.
I don't have. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't like asking questions I don't feel comfortable answering myself.
It's okay. I'm drunk. Ask me anything.
Well, you're putting
Or read it tomorrow.
pressure on me. I don't feel comfortable. I'm becoming Napster-proof.
I wasn't laughing at you.
Yeah.
Do that blow the mic.
Sarah, go ahead. Ask me. Ask me anything. Ask me literally anything other than my deepest, darkest fetish.
I don't know, Jeremy.
What is the worst?
I can't ask you anything because all my questions are just tame.
Ask me when I first masturbated. Ask me when Queen was.
I don't want to know that though. I don't want to know any of those answers. I don't have an answer to those questions.
Time for regret.
I don't want.
Time for embarrassing.
I don't want to embarrass you.
No, we have to embarrass him. He's already made
Sarah,
us. He already embarrassed the both of us, Sarah.
What?
Sarah, you both know me personally. You can't know anything that would. I mean, I can't see anything that would taint your view of me already.
I don't know you personally, but I don't care. So, there's nothing that I can.
Nothing I can say that. I'm a disgusting, amoral human being. There's literally nothing I can say that can blur your opinion of me. Unless I were to talk about my deepest, darkest fetishes, then you would think me as the worst possible person ever.
Dude, I kink shame Michael on a daily basis. What do you want from me?
And I think the round would be long enough for you to just give me all sorts of weird moments.
I'm pretty sure several of my fetishes might be considered illegal in some countries.
Oh, some people have Lolita complexes. What's your point? If it's that you're furry, I know a lot of furries. It's not gonna taint my view of you.
I ain't no furry. Even though I have several furry porn images on my computer, I'm not a furry. It's just really good porn.
I mean, is it just like well drawn or what?
It's well drawn.
Can you appreciate?
I'm not a furry person per se, and I just enjoy well drawn porn.
Well, I can appreciate good art, even if it's not necessarily my thing. You remember? You may remember in on the podcast there was an instance where they showed yaoi of the brothers from Fire Emblem. Yeah, that's my legitimate first reaction. It's very well drawn.
That's from a Tumblr blog or an artist blog.
I'm surprised I didn't find that on Michael's other blog afterwards.
I found that on 4chan, and no. Sarah found that on 4chan. That was so great. I had to share that with Michael.
That's good art. I'm sorry, but that is quality art.
I looked at the artist's blog. They do have good art, but I think it's just they're not safe for work.
I was on DeviantArt for a while. Nothing phases me anymore.
I had a fanfiction. There was a small fanfiction.net.
Oh my god. I'm sorry. There was a friend of.
No, I did not post anything sexual on fanfiction.net.
there was an acquaintance of mine that, well, not even acquaintance of mine, an enemy of mine who would spend.
quote unquote acquaintance.
There was, well, I'd say acquaintance, but it's really, I kind of hated him, and I kind of hated him, and I don't know why he hanged around me and my other friends, but he did. It's kind of weird. It's like a weird soap opera or something, not a soap opera, what's the word I'm looking for, sitcom or something. Anyway, I had an acquaintance who would spend most of his class period reading Naruto fanfiction.
Oh my god, I legitimately knew somebody in high school. Carl, I think you saw her once. I don't know. I don't think I was around.
I've seen. I just see someone.
But she was. I don't know if you remember her, but she was somebody who wore a Naruto headband around her head every
Oh yeah, she looks.
jacket. But she would always draw like Naruto yaoi.
Oh my god.
Remember her, Sarah?
This clear once. I do not know. I do not remember anyone from high school except the small group of friends we hung around with in the 9th grade building.
Naruto isn't even that great of a show.
Always wear Naruto outfits.
She also wore Full Metal Alchemist shirts, and she had a dog tag that had the symbol that's on the pocket watches.
Oh, you remember her? You remember her, Sarah?
I'm unlocking so many achievements thanks to Naps Fluky.
I forget what her name was.
I think her name was Christian, but yeah, she was somebody who drew Naruto fanfiction. She didn't shower. She wore a Naruto jacket and a headband every day. She had like Full Metal Alchemist stuff on.
I know
It's like that person who would definitely 100% have a Tumblr.
At least for me, the most embarrassing it got was I had a friend of mine that would always wear a Naruto like gloves and occasionally would wear the headband and such. That's kind of silly. Maybe it's because I always personally never thought Naruto was the greatest thing in the world. I thought it was okay at best.
I watched Naruto because my brother loved Naruto. I watched some of it and I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was the best thing ever. No, of course.
It's all right. The problem was, like, I think I've said before.
Something to watch on TV.
It's all right. There are better anime.
I'll tell you, one of my favorite animes as a little kid was Sailor Moon.
Oh, that's a deep dark fetish.
I absolutely loved Sailor Moon when I was little. I watched it all the time when I got home from school. I would watch Sailor Moon. I absolutely loved that show when I was younger.
It's still one of my favorite factoids. They turned two of the sailors from lesbians into cousins, which now they just look like incestuous cousins.
But that's why that's part of the reason why they didn't have that last part aired in America.
America. Fuck yeah!
Fuck yeah!
So are any of you familiar with JoJo Bizarre Adventure?
With what?
JoJo Bizarre Adventure?
Of course.
Really?
Say it again.
That one.
Joe!
Good old JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yes.
It's hard to explain that show to someone who knows nothing of it.
It is. I've been trying to get Steven to watch it, and it hasn't, or not Steven, Michael, to watch it, and it hasn't exactly been turning out. It's a shame,
I can't wait for part 4. Part 4 is going to be amazing.
Yeah, that's my favorite part of the manga. I'm excited.
I would love it if they referenced Dwayne because
they've referenced it before, yeah.
It's Friday. If part 3 at the end they referenced the "It's Friday" meme.
They did.
That, so I wonder if they'll reference the. I wonder if they'll reference Dwayne.
Oh, you mean the
No, not just the duck. the actual anime, they reference the Friday meme. It's Friday. They
Well, what?
reference that.
Did
So
that meme spring up just because the show, that was the day the show comes on?
no, no, that's not why that springed up. But
It's here, yes, we're
uh,
finally here, Egypt.
yeah, but that meme, they reference that in the actual anime. They reference that in part 3 with the brothers manga book. They
Oh yeah.
reference that in part of the credits. I wonder if they'll reference Duwang.
Can we just talk for a moment, by the way, about how amazing Oingo and Boingo are?
I love them.
They're like an American cartoon character. It's in an
I
anime.
love them. They were so great.
I love that trope, villains that are so pointless and stupid that the heroes never even realized they existed. I love
Yeah.
that. How does Maw of the Void work? It's... So what's your guys' favorite part? If you're familiar.
I've only seen parts 1 through 3, I think.
Oh, you haven't read the manga, you've only seen the anime.
I have read some of
I need to read the manga
Stars
more.
Crusaders. Diamond is Unbreakable. And
I
actually
need to read
started
the
reading
mango
it
at
now.
first port.
You read the manga?
But
Mango?
my favorite port, the mango. I haven't read the mango. I need to read the mango. But my favorite port of the anime has to be port 2, just because they got the raffle.
It still kind of blew my mind when I learned that Jacob and
If you can't toll, I just finished beer number 9.
Neen?
I'm, I'm about to go get number 10.
How you feeling right now?
Fun. I'm
What?
feeling good. I'm feeling good.
Good?
Good.
You're feeling good?
Good. Very good.
Good.
so
And great.
uh,
Great and good.
Good. I'm great. I'm great. I'm very great right now. I'm good.
There.
Excelente.
I actually speak Spanish, that's racist.
Fuck you, you racist son of a straight up, straight the goddamn gonad. Carl, how are you doing right now? I haven't heard you talk in a little while.
I'm sorry. It's just that I have nothing to say on the stuff you all are talking about.
okay.
Alright,
Then
then
talk
what?
about something you know.
Yeah, I only referenced
Talk
JoJo's
about
because
Red,
it's something I know about.
Carl, talk about Red versus Blue because I knew you used to watch that show.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, have fun,
Yeah.
guys.
I mean, like, one of the
Rooster,
remember
Rooster Teeth.
like that moment when they actually did a full animated area.
I'll be
They
right
did
back.
an animated section, and Griff just kept getting kicked in the balls.
I'll be right back. I gotta get beer number 10.
Oh, good. Oh, good, Steven. You're going all out, aren't you?
Maybe this wasn't a good idea. Who am I kidding? This is a great idea. How long do you think he's gonna take him?
30 seconds?
No, I mean, how long do you think it's gonna take him before we are gonna get his deep dark fetishes out?
Oh,
Because that's my goal.
Yeah. If we probably crank him with a couple thousand more beers, maybe.
We're gonna need some stronger stuff, is what you're telling me. Which may be harder than it sounds.
Dang, shit. Oh, thank God. Yeah, fuck you. Miller. I was actually surprised to learn that the voice actor for Jacob and Faith is also young Joseph in Battle Tendency.
He's also number 1.
Yeah, he's also number 1.
Number 1. Which is weird but fitting, and I love it.
Oh, what? Jacob?
No, number 1 is Joseph.
Oh, yeah.
It's weird, but you know what? After hearing it, it's not actually that. It's actually kind of fitting, in a very strange way. Although the whole English anime is sort of hit and miss. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Kinda,
It's kind of just how dubs are nowadays. They're either hit or miss.
That's a pain in my butt, because I prefer dub.
Yeah. It's a bit taxing to read subtitles, especially because sometimes you miss things in the animation because you have to read the subtitles. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Green Spider, let's do this. I'm doing boss rush as the Lost. This may take my entire concentration. Start a conversation in the background because I'm not going to be talking.
Oh jeez.
So how's the weather been over there?
Well, I guess to help things going on, I'm currently checking out. Well, recently I was just checking Cerebi, and the event Dragonite from a recent battle competition has now been released, and I'm trying to find the serial code to redeem it.
Really?
Yeah.
What makes that event Dragonite so special?
Because okay, so the competition I was participating in was
Oh, you were
the
participating in it.
competition, which was to honor the 20th anniversary of Pokemon. And like the rules were is that like only the Pokemon from the Kanto deck, say in this case 0 to
You mean the bad ones?
49, were only allowed in. Mewtwo and Mew were excluded from the list.
Because they're Ubers?
Well, more because like they're legends and they would make the competition too OP.
So yeah, Ubers, right?
Yeah, if you want to say it that way.
Isn't that what they're called? I'm sorry, I have...
Smogon defines it.
Speaking...
Anyways, moving on. And prize for all participants was a special Dragonite that has a move it cannot know at all.
What move is it?
10. Number 10.
Basically, just to make this easy, it is his original Gen 1 Dragonite with the move Barrier.
Dragonite! Ah. I'm sorry if you think I'm a horrible person for drinking this much. I'm doing this to entertain others. So I don't see it as a bad thing.
I mean, technically it's not.
Technically it's bad. I'm doing it for entertainment.
Yeah, you're doing it for the masses, for all 2 people watching my stream right now.
I do it for purely entertainment. That's the only reason I do this. I'm a good person, right?
You're doing it to...
I need
for the...
you.
Okay.
Hey, can one of you say I'm a good person, please?
You're a great
Because
person.
I kind of need that right now.
You're a good person.
Thank you.
You know what would make you a better person? If you would tell us your fetishes.
Fuck you to hell.
I'm sorry. I've gotten too far. I must be stopped.
One of the very first videos I have coherent memories of playing is Ultima 4, Quest of the Avatar, which is very heavy RPG, which is very complicated RPG at the time on the computer, more simplified on the NES.
Oh my god.
Games I have memories of playing.
This is not the way to fight the hunt. This is not the way to fight the hunt.
I gotta say, the Ultima series, the RPG series, is the reason why I love RPGs.
Really?
But
what kind of RPG is it?
It's one of the few RPGs, one of the very few RPGs that isn't good versus evil. It's more, very more morality. You know, more like the right, the virtues, the virtue of being a virtuous person, being a good person. Being good versus evil is being more of a virtuous person. More than 7 virtues of humanity.
What level of gray it is?
It's kind of not being like, you're not evil in that game. In Ultima 4. You're not fighting the ultimate evil. You're going on a trial to discover who you are and how virtuous of a person you can be, which is not something much games do nowadays. It's very good versus evil
Well,
versus why.
it's harder to do, you know.
It's more of who are you as a virtuous person? Are you a virtuous person? Are you a
No!
bad person? Which is not something many video games do nowadays. Not very many stories do nowadays. Very, very many stories, it's good versus evil. I'm good, you're evil. But in this game, there is no good versus evil. It's are you a good person? Are you doing good deeds for others? Are you being a selfish person? Are you helping others? Are you only helping yourself?
Well,
It's not something you see many days nowadays.
I hate to interrupt your ethical chat, but I'm so upset. I'm so upset with myself. I just lost
I'm
the,
sorry. I'm sorry.
Why you upset yourself?
oh well, because I just lost. I don't know if you know how Binding of Isaac works. I was playing the Lost, a character with absolutely no health. I can get hit twice every room. I went through most of what is called most of boss rush, without getting hit, so I didn't lose my first hit. Then the enemy spawned on me. I immediately got hit twice. I died.
Wait, what are you playing again?
Binding of Isaac.
I'm playing games right now.
Wait, what again?
I should play a game to test my dexterity.
The Binding of Isaac.
I'm drunk.
Oh, Binding of Isaac. Oh.
Yes.
Not that.
Hey Carl, remember when I let you play Binding of Isaac?
Yeah.
That was an interesting. But you had some problems with it. What were your problems with Isaac?
Yeah, I didn't like the idea of playing a depressed kid who just wanted to, who eventually just like decided death was his only option out, and or can just continuously torture himself.
All right.
How does that make you feel personally, Carl? How does that make you feel playing a kid? I'm sorry if it's getting too personal.
That's cool. That's cool. It's just I don't. I mean, like, it does not affect me like in some way. It's just that I just don't like the idea of it.
How so?
I feel like that there's not enough context given to me for me to understand why. I mean, like, yeah, there were those little dream sequences or whatever, but it definitely did not provide me enough context as to
It's
why.
a bit of a weird one. It's one of those weird games where you sort of have to figure it out.
There's an intro to the game, and I'll explain it as drunkenly as I can. But there's a woman who lives with her son in an isolated area, and she's one of those evangelical types that heavily believes in the Bible, which there's nothing wrong with. I'll say that, but she's one of those extremists who believes in the Bible, and she starts believing she hears the word of God, and the word of God is telling her to take away all of her son's possessions, because the voice of God is telling her son is full of sin, so he needs to be cleansed. So she takes away all of her son's toys, video games, clothes, and so he's just sitting there naked. And then the voice tells her son's still full of sin. He needs to be closed off from the outside world. So she closes him out from the world. And then finally, the voice of God tells her, "Do you love me more, or do you love your son more?" And the so-called voice of God tells her to kill her son. And so she goes to, but her son hides in the cellar, and this is just a scared child who doesn't understand what's going on. And he knows he has to escape. So this is all from the eyes from a child who's trying to just survive. If that makes any sense whatsoever.
Yes.
Yeah, but the weird part goes into the fact that may or may not actually be the game's plot, because like there's some implied stuff, and basically this is one of those games where you have to where it's basically like you basically have to figure out what it's trying to tell you and what the actual plot is. To explain what you do in this game is a little bit more difficult than you would think.
You trying to view these eyes through a child who's experiencing the horrors of this basement world for himself, and he doesn't understand this weird, monstrous shit. He doesn't understand. To him, the spider, the tiny little spider, can be this huge monster. He doesn't know. He's scared. His mom's trying to kill him. He doesn't know why. He's just a little kid. And that's sad. Imagine this little kid trying to go through all this stuff. His mom's trying to kill him. What the fuck? He doesn't understand why. He's not a bad child. He's trying to live the best he can. He's trying to be a good person. He doesn't understand what a good person is. He's trying to be nice to other people. But he has all this bad stuff happen to him. What the fuck does bad stuff happen to him?
Well, supposedly, the subtext. Reading in subtext, you can perceive one of the possible reasons for all this happening is because he's actually the Antichrist.
So even if he is the Antichrist, why does he deserve all this to happen to him? Even
I
if
think it's based on
his fate,
the
they
title.
should be able to choose their own fate.
The title itself is based on a story from the Bible, isn't it?
Yeah, it's based on the story of Abraham being told by God to kill his firstborn.
Yeah. Which was a test
But
to see
what
how
is the
loyal
firstborn's
Abraham
choice?
was.
Should the first one obey God and just be a willing sacrifice, or should he strive to be his own person? Try to make his own way in life?
I think like the point of the original story was it was a test to see how loyal Isaac was to God.
But how is that to the son? How is that to
The Old
Isaac?
Testament is weird. The Old Testament is weird.
Isaac.
The Old Testament is weird, and Ed McMillan's parents were very devout. So he says.
Isaac, little boy's trying to survive life.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to die. He just wants to be his own
Well, no
person.
one really wants to die.
Steven
No
gets.
one wants to die, but how's it fair to him?
Steven
Why
gets.
does he have to be sacrificed? Why can't he just leave?
On today's episode of HUIH Stream, Steven gets very ethical.
He just wants.
Steven gets really
Well,
philosophical.
while drunk off his ass. If he tried to drive a car, he would probably die.
He just wants to be a person. He just wants to live life. He just wants to go through everything that is life. Why does he have to suffer? Why does this little boy have to suffer?
Because life is.
But why does life have to be so cruel? Why can't he have to go? Why does God need him to lay out down upon the slab?
I feel like Steven is projecting.
Why does he have to go through the horrors of this? He's just a child. Why does he have to be this sacrifice? Why can't he be?
Why does every Shin Megami
child?
Tensei hero have to kill his friends?
Because friends are an extension of themselves. When you make a friend, you impose part of yourself upon that friend. When that friend betrays you.
And when you die of alcohol poisoning, I'm going to feel really bad, Steven, for that reason.
But understand this, and this is coming from a horribly drunk person. To understand oneself is to understand one's nature. And one's nature is upon one's surroundings, and one's surroundings is imposed upon those who surround themselves. So really, those who you surround yourself is who you are.
This is the greatest idea I've ever had.
You're only going to be a shitty person. But if you surround yourself with good people, you're going to be a good person. But if you're only strictly a good, righteous person, you might be a boring person. So it's a good reason to strict yourself to this neutral area where you're both good, but a little bit exciting, where you streak to understanding things.
What are you talking about now?
What are you talking about?
I'm understanding life. This is God. that?
This was Sparta.
This is who we are as a human species.
Oh god, thank you for reminding me of that really old. How old is that meme?
Oh, like 2006.
So it's 10
What
years
meme?
old?
He has like a 10-year-old meme now.
Which meme?
This is
This
Sparta.
is Sparta from 300.
This is Sparta, goddammit! This is 300! 300 people sacrificed themselves to defy the Romans so that they could live how they are.
It was the Persians.
Having grown up with Texas history, the tale of the Spartans is actually not that bad.
The Persians are a goddamn metaphor of who we are supposed to be. They are the revolution. They are not the revolutionaries. They are the authoritarians telling us how we are supposed to be. We are who we are want to be. Now, who we are will be determined by what we want to be and who everyone else wants to be.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm drunk, but I'm drunk. There's a modicum of truth in what I'm saying.
The part where he's so drunk, it's not making any sense.
All right, let's move on. Let's move topics. Let's see if we can get something else out of him.
I'm drunk.
So how do you?
Everyone shut up. Everyone shut the hell up. I'm drunk, but there's a modicum of truth in what I'm saying. Carl. Carl, I don't care if you do agree with me, but agree with me nonetheless. There is a modicum of truth in what I'm saying. Say yes.
One more time.
Don't tell him that.
There is a modicum of saying we are who we are want to be. And we are also what society wants us to be, and we must strike a balance within. But we must strive to be unique within the confines of what we want to be.
That's deep, bro.
Is this not true? I ask.
I think we may have broken Steven. Do you have the warranty?
Oh, I'm not broken yet. I'm not broken yet. We have not reached that point. I'm only at the 10th spear, not the 12th. I'm
What?
almost done with the 10th.
What number should we stop at? Gosh, I need to go to bed eventually.
I say,
Stop at 12.
as soon as Steven here gets done with his next beer, I say we call it stop there.
All right. So,
Hey, this is 10th. This is 10th. I have not finished 12.
well, he wants to get to 12.
11.
Have you lost count of how many beers you've had?
No. Yes, he has actually. I had to remind him at 9. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Last I checked, he's on his 10.
This is 10th. I just finished 12th. I'm gonna get my 11th beer. Once I get 12, we'll stop. But admit, there's a modicum of truth what we're understanding. What a child's perspective of what you see is not the real truth.
I will give you that. Yes, the children overreact. Yes.
Yes, that's true. So what a child sees is not what the real world sees, but what the real world sees is not what a child sees. I'll be right back. Thanks for listening.
How do you guys feel about Undertale?
Good game. I really haven't played. I've seen people play through it, but I'd like to play it.
What about you, Carl? How do you feel about Undertale?
Dude, if I didn't like the game, would I have bought myself a Toriel plush?
I'm playing a tutorial right now. That'd be a really cute Overwatch fight.
But I really like a lot of good things about Undertale. I don't think it's like a perfect game because I mean like I know there are some flaws, but I mean like I
most of its flaws come from the way it tells its own story, and
yeah,
it's
but one of the other things is that like while it did cut a lot of the fat of many RPGs, I feel like it probably did cut a little too much of the meat as well.
also the genocide run is while it may be intentional, it's a pain in the ass. And it's not worth doing.
God, if you had me play Undertale with no recourse, like If you just decide to sit me down and tell me that if I'm gonna leave here, I have to play the genocide route, I will personally hate myself for it.
Yeah.
Undertale is a game that, this is my honest opinion,
I might be able to stand outside of my bed without
about it going in.
Absolutely.
Excuse you.
I got it.
It's a game that's best.
Hey guys, I gotta go take care of something. Talk without me for a little bit.
Okay.
It's a game that's best if you don't think about it going in. If you just treat it like a regular video game, because that's how you get the best reactions out of everything.
Mhm.
If you just treat it like going in and killing nothing, trying to be the best human being you can, don't be that. The very first time you play, go in just being you, playing a game. That's how you get the best understanding out of it. Because it's not a game just to go through not killing anything. You have to kill to understand, which is a terrible thing. But
Yeah.
that's how life is. Which, it's very deep if you think about it, even though I'm drunk. And I am drunk, because this is beer number 11. I'm almost done with my 12 pack. This is shit beer, by the way. It's not very good, but it's better than Pabst. Called Bud Ice. It's pretty decent. It's decent beer. What the worst part about this is that after this, I have to actually clean my bathroom at home. So that's going to be fun. Hey, Jeremy, why'd you miss the spot on the shower? Because I was fucking drunk.
I would.
Oh, please don't think less of me after this. That's the worst thing that could happen is that you think less of me because of this.
Oh, I don't think less of you,
Carl,
Jeremy.
Carl,
Everyone does stupid things when they're drunk.
Carl, please
If they
promise
get drunk.
me you won't think less of me because of this. Please promise me that, because I value your friendship very highly.
Well, I really
Please,
can't give you an honest feel of it if if I'm not understanding what you're about to say.
He's saying
Carl, please
not
don't
think
think
less
less
of
of
him.
me.
He says he doesn't want you to feel less of him because he got drunk or how he acts when he's drunk.
Hey, as long as he's
Please
not
don't think
forcing
less of
me
me.
to be drunk, I think I'll be pretty fine.
That's thank you, Carl. That's the most I can ask of you, because I don't want you to think less of me because I'm drunk. Because I'm a good person, right? I try to be a nice person. I try not to hurt other people, right?
Right? The only thing I ask is that you just either take it easy with this problem again or don't ever do it again.
I try not to force drinking on you, right? I don't try to force a beer down your throat, right? I don't try to
You
force
got that several
you to
times.
be a
I
certain
never
way.
actually went that far.
Hello, what did I miss?
Nothing more.
Carl, I've offered you beer once or twice. I never forced you to drink, so please don't think less of me for choosing this way. Please, thank you. You're a good friend.
I feel like I missed something, but I don't know.
I
He just
truly value your friendship, Carl.
I honestly don't know what's going on.
I've known you since middle school.
I
I've
know
known you for 10
one
plus
day.
years. And you're a very good friend, and thank you for being my friend. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And please don't think less of me for my actions tonight.
Right.
Thank you. You're a very good friend. Thank you. And Sarah, please don't think it less of me for my actions tonight.
Oh, I won't.
Hopefully I have not said anything to offend you too
No, you
deeply. And
haven't.
if I have, I'm truly sorry.
Sincerity Hour with unadulterated pirate pizza.
And Hugh, I
Yes?
wish I could speak to you more because you are a pretty cool person.
Oh, thanks. but I'm not really.
Favorite.
You know, it'd probably help if I, you know, it would probably help to speak to me more if I actually said what my name is, wouldn't it?
On your Skype, your name is says Lauren.
That's not my name. Yeah, that's actually my name.
Lauren Foster. That's a pretty cool name, actually. Lauren.
It's
What does that mean?
Lauren. It's technically,
Special meaning?
well, I'm named after my dad, who's named after his dad. So that's really the only.
Wouldn't you be the third? Wouldn't you be the third then?
I am the third. That's what it says though on my Skype.
But it says on your Skype the second.
Does it?
Foster the
No, that says 3. That's 3.
I apologize. I'm drunk. I apologize.
No worries, man. I don't.
I saw that. I sincerely saw that just this moment as Roman numeral 2, not as Roman numeral 3. I apologize.
Don't you worry, bro. I totally understand. But yeah,
Is there, what's your ancestry?
I'm well on my dad's side. I'm Lebanese and a little bit of German and some Syrian and Native American.
How do you feel being Lebanese in American culture?
I don't know much about Lebanese culture. It's a bit of a weird gray area.
So you identify as American?
Basically.
More than you do Lebanese or any other culture?
Well, on my mom's side, I'm actually Japanese and Syrian and Native American again. Believe it or not, I'm more
But what more culture do you feel associated to than any other?
I don't really.
As a American person, or as any other culture that you're associated with?
Well, if you want to get technical, I'd be closest to my Syrian side because the most culturally original person in my family is my grandmother on my dad's side.
Oh God damn it! I don't have a key in Binding of. But yeah, I have many different cultures that I'm related to: German, Italian, and Irish. But I feel more that I'm American than anything else because I feel I'm more of an American person. I don't feel any attachment to this one country. I feel that I'm American.
I'm in the
Do you feel a similar way? Do you feel a nationality to your country that you're born to?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm an American even though I'm like part.
I mean, I have Polish. I also have Polish ancestry, but I know nothing about Poland. I feel that I'm born, raised American. So even though I have this nationality descending from German, Irish, Italian, and Poland, I feel that I am American. That's all I know.
I'd have to agree with you there. Because here's the thing.
And that doesn't make any sense. But I'm American. That's all I know. And I'm proud to be an American, even though we have.
At least you know you're free.
In the past. We've done some shitty things in the past, but so is basically every other country.
I mean, we're about to do some stupid stuff in the future. Let's be honest. Hey yo, this election is a shit show.
Every country in the world, every single one, I believe, has done something they regret. Every single one. Doesn't matter if you're anyone. You've done some. Your country is. Your people have done something.
That's a true statement.
That is as true as it can be, and I don't think it's bad to be proud in the people you are. But it's more pride in who you will be. Because it's bad to dwell on what your people did, but it's good on what you do and what you will make for the future.
Huh, I wouldn't talk about what our
legacy will you leave behind? Will your people leave behind? What you be known for is more important than what you did.
Well,
that's the most important
that is part of what
in the world.
That is part of what
I
you did.
truly believe is what you will do with your life and what you inspire in others.
Where's Boo? I told you I let the dog out.
You probably go take care of that.
I have a dog named Boo.
What kind of dog is he?
She's a sweet dog. I've played with Boo. She's such a sweet pit bull. She's such a sweet dog. Pit bulls be sweet dogs.
Sweet.
And that's more important. That coincides what I'm saying with what you do. Because dogs
Oh my God.
do. And dogs do what they do. And that's an important lesson for us all to learn.
As it were, they Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
Are. Exactly. You do what you do because
Don't enable me.
you are. And I don't. What beer was this?
That was
'Cause I think I might.
11?
I think I might have one more left. I'll go see. I'll be right back. Please do not judge less than me for what I'm doing. Because I am what I am, and I do what I do because I am who I am. And I'm a good person. I try to be.
Steve, I am. So, is there anyone left actually here right now on the call? No, I guess not. Well, I'm actually talking to myself now. This run is crazy strong. Like, it is freaking ridiculous. Holy shit.
Oh. I also have a rat terrier and a cat.
Hey, I have a friend with a rat terrier. Cute little rat dog.
Yeah.
So, once again, Sarah, I'm real sorry. Sorry for making you sit through all this.
It's fine. I got nothing else to do tonight. I stay up late anyway.
Well, all would you say is
The
at least...
reason I'm up this late is because my job has completely messed with my sleep pattern.
Well, I've been having insomnia for the past couple nights. I'm gonna be staying up for another 2 hours anyway.
I always have insomnia.
Well, or rather, I should say, I've been having insomnia for the past since like Christmas, and I got sick a couple weeks ago, and it seems to have snapped me back in place aggressively. But I'm still having trouble sleeping every so often, so I'm just trying to do some stuff that's making me tired in order to make it to where I can actually sleep. Well, at least, I hope you guys are at least having fun. I mean, I know you're just pretty much just talking and listening to Steven ramble on endlessly. But I hope you're...
I had the guy ramble onto me for every weird thing I've done.
So you're used to it, is what you're telling me.
Yeah. If you want a good prime example, just ask him what just ask him like some of the weird stuff I've said today when I was hanging around with him.
Well, I hope I'm not boring you too much.
No, trust me. No, trust me. After you question him this, you will get some pure entertainment out of the stuff that I say.
Oh gosh, what should we ask him all? He's still...
I want to try one more time.
What, to get his fetishes?
Absolutely. That is my mission. We've gotten...
No, trust me. No, trust me. You're gonna get just as much entertainment if you... No, just follow along with me when he gets back.
Got it.
I gotta go for a bit. I'll be right back, though.
Okay.
No worries. So, how are you?
Yeah. Still doing fine. I'm still trying to find that serial code that I can't...
Serial code? What?
Because...
Oh, yeah, for the Dragonite.
This is the last
Yeah.
beer that I own. I legally bought
Hey,
this with my
Steven.
own legal and I earned from doing stuff. I earned from doing stuff. I earned from doing
Hey, Steven.
stuff. This is my legal.
I don't think you can hear us right now.
Headphones in my head, which is a weird thing. And hey, I'm back.
Hello.
Hey, Steven.
Yes.
Why don't you tell our friend here one of the most weirdest things that I've said today, because from when I just don't know what I'm talking about.
Carl does not understand when he says sexual innuendos.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember what exactly he said earlier, but he said something about sucking at a game.
Yeah, we were playing.
But,
Yeah, we were playing
we
Shovel
both
Knight co-op, and like me and him were just.
wait, Carl. We're both doing bad at a game, Shovel Knight. We're both sucking, and I said, "Oh, we both suck at this game." He said, "Yeah." He says something like, "Yeah, we both suck really hard at it." And I just looked at him like, "Oh yeah, we both suck real hard. We both suck real hard on it." Carl doesn't understand what he says sometimes when he says sexual innuendos, due to certain things, certain
Excuse
disgusting
me.
personal of his. He doesn't understand when he says sexual things. That's perfectly fine. It's perfectly natural. Some people don't. Some people do. And I apologize, Carl, if I'm upsetting you.
No,
But
you're
you don't
fine. I
understand
mean,
when
like,
you say sex.
it's just hilarious.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. But he doesn't understand when he says sexual things. Because when he says we're both sucking really hard on it, he doesn't understand how that sounds like. We're both thrusting on this thing. He doesn't understand what it sounds like. We're both taking it in real hard. He doesn't understand what it sounds like. That's natural. That's understandable. I understand that. Some people don't understand everything. That's not something everyone can do. This is my last beer, by the way.
Drunk Steven make a note. Drunk Steven is very insightful, Steven.
Thank you very much. I try to be. I try not to be that suicidal Stephen that I was when the first time I got really, really drunk, where I said I wanted to kill myself over and over again. I try not to be that person. But I want to live, and I want to inspire other people to be certain ways, to understand who they are, and understand what they will be.
Can we not get back into inspiring say the same bit of inspiring dialogue we've gotten? I want new bits of inspiring dialogue.
You are who you are because you are who you will be.
Okay.
And that's all who you can be. You can't be any more than who you are. If you
Oh,
try to be any more than you are, you might fail. But failure is not a bad thing, not necessarily, if you think of it a certain way. Because if you try to be a good person, you might be a good person, and that's perfectly fine.
Steven, can I make a request? Can I make
Yes,
a request? Tomorrow, after
yes,
you get over this hangover that you will have, I want you to watch the VOD that I'm going to be putting up online.
of course I will, because I'll be laughing at myself for saying the things I said.
I just wanted you to be aware. It's going to be quite a fun thing for you to watch.
Most of the things I'm saying is so I can hear it myself, because these are things I need to hear myself, because things we say to ourselves is not necessarily things we want to hear. What we want to hear is not things we necessarily want to say, if you understand what I'm saying.
I do.
Please do not judge me poorly for this. But sometimes we not act as we want to be. Sometimes
Don't
we act as who we are.
don't worry. You could say literally anything. I wouldn't judge you for it.
Sometimes we say things others want us to be. That's how we act. We act as other wants to be. But we need to act as who we want to be. And as who we need to be. And sometimes those things do not intertwine. Please do not mistake me poorly for this. But we need to be who we need to be for others to be who they need to be. If that makes any sense whatsoever.
Absolutely, 100%. So I suppose the question becomes:
To, we need we need others to be who they need to be for us to be who we need to be, if that makes any sense whatsoever, because it doesn't.
No, it kind of makes sense. I can see it.
See, we want others to be a certain way, so we can justify to ourselves to be this certain way, so they in turn can be a certain way. I know this doesn't make sense, but to me it makes sense. We each other. If we all act the same exact way, we will all be the exact same way, and that's bad. So if we all do a bad thing, we all do a bad thing.
What did I miss?
But if we all do different things, some of us do bad.
I think you can tell what you missed.
If some of us do bad, that's okay. That's understandable because everybody can't be the same way. But if we all do different things, we can all find our right way. That's to our right way. We can all find our happy ending, which will influence others' happy.
Is this whole thing a allegory for a blowjob?
No, none whatsoever.
You almost,
We all need to find our good ending. We
I
have good endings and bad endings.
almost had some
Neutral
that I was
endings are okay. Neutral endings are okay. Bad endings can lead to others' good endings. But good endings can always lead to good endings.
Because that's the universe.
Sometimes you need to be neutral to lead others to their good ending.
So at one point, did you guys realize that this stream was going to be absolutely bonkers?
I think we
When I
started
first
talking about the
started.
Binding of Isaac.
Honestly, I think I'm.
I'm still playing a Body of Isaac. I don't even know what form I'm. Oh god, I defeated a boss. How did I do that?
It's all that talk about believing in yourself, man. It's making you inspired.
How am I forced to sit? How did that even happen?
As it were, it fills you with determination.
God. Is there a god or isn't there a god? Can you be your own god? Can you be your own light? Be your own light because that's how you need to be.
What?
You need to be the light.
I do not come in
Be
the
the
words
god
of
you
Gale.
want others.
In the
Be
words
the
of,
light you want others to find.
in the words of Gale from Digital Devil Saga, I do not comprehend.
I'm not
Do
sure.
comprehend. There is no reason to comprehend. Understand what others cannot. Because to be God is to understand all, but you cannot understand all until you understand what is not. Understand what is not, because that is what is to be.
I feel like you're referencing something.
Others cannot be.
I am lost.
I feel like he's
As the
referencing
dolphin
something. Is he
said-
referencing something?
As the great dolphin said, you have to be what others can see.
No, now you're definitely referencing something.
Can be. You have to be what others can be.
Yeah, I saw the Big Lebowski too.
You have to interact in all faces. You have to interact with all humanity, because all humanity is all of what world will be.
Why does this remind me
A cannot be B without C. A, C, B. You have to understand all to understand that it's all.
I'm
That
not.
is impossible without others.
100% lost?
One is not one without two. Two cannot be one without one. Is that not simple?
I'm convinced you're bullshitting me. There is no way.
I am
There's
so
no way this is a
lost.
regular rambling.
One.
I am so
One plus
lost.
one cannot be two. One plus one cannot be two.
You are definitely bullshitting me.
Two.
Who is?
I'm not bullshitting you. All humans must interact to understand all humans. Is that not simple?
I am so lost.
You cannot understand what somebody else thinks if you cannot think what somebody else thinks.
You know, Steven, if you were ever asked what you're like when you're drunk, now you have a good frame of reference.
Oh gosh. I hate to think of.
We find out at the end of this he was bullshitting us, and this is all non-alcoholic beer. What's up?
Norman, are you? You're cat, because that's what you be, Norman, kitty.
What?
No, my cat Norman.
Norman.
Yes, cat's
He's
named
a good cat.
Norman.
He's a good cat because that's who he needs to be. He needs to be a good cat. And he helps me be a good person.
Cats are always
Carl?
good people.
Carl,
Don't bite your
Carl.
tongue. You know cats are always.
I hope you have not thought less of me since how I'm acting. Please not think of less of me because I value your friendship above all else.
Right.
I'm sorry if I've offended you in any way.
You haven't offended us.
I'm
You haven't even. Paul hasn't said anything for the past 10 minutes.
I'm sorry if I offended you in any way.
You haven't
But I'm
offended us.
trying to be the best person.
I can't be
So
offended.
I understand.
Here now, can I?
Good equals bad is black versus white. But I understand the world is gray. The world is gray. In fact, the world is beige. The world is a mixture of colors. Gray, beige, red, white, black, white, yellow, indigo,
so
purple. The purple
Steven's gonna watch this tomorrow with a hangover and go, this joke was not worth the setup.
This is not a joke. This is the world. The world is all colors. And all of us.
That's
every single
racist.
one of us. The billions of people in the world all understand. We're all individuals, and we all think differently. We all have to understand that we all need peace, that we all need to coexist, that one cannot speak for the all. That chicks
Oh,
cannot
that's great. That's fantastic. I played through entirety of Boss Rush and get a dunce cap. Good.
Oh gosh.
Like, it's a reference.
Dunce caps does not equal all.
See,
Nobody is dumb.
See,
Listen, Hugh.
see, that's a symbolism because the
Nobody
universe is telling me that
Wait,
doing.
stop. Everybody stop talking. Stop talking. Everybody equals one. We are all one individuality. Understand this. All equals one, but one equals all. This is an abstract concept that even I don't understand. That even everything that exists doesn't understand. That there's a modicum of truth to what I'm speaking. We are all separate.
I hope Michael watches this tomorrow and goes, wow, this was the best idea we've ever had.
I hope so. But I understand that we all exist.
Jeremy, you don't have to give us a lecture about
You're giving me an existential crisis, bro.
Stop! We all exist to help one another. Think about this. 1 plus 1 equals 2. Keep adding upon that. And we will eventually exceed infinity. Because we keep helping each other. One person helps another. They help another. They keep helping another person. We all eventually help each other. Is that not true? If we not help one person, and that person helps another, will we not help each other? Is that true or false?
That is true. Absolutely.
Exactly.
You've touched me in ways
I
I wouldn't let normal people touch me.
If you live your life spreading the message of helping the other person, will you not help somebody else?
Hey, Steven, who are you voting for in this election?
Who am I rooting for in the election?
Who are you voting
No
for?
one. Because I want no one to rule.
Why are we
I want
this
one
kind of
person.
vote? All we're doing is like comparing people who don't even know what they're doing.
Listen, stop. I want us all to help to each other, but I want us all to help ourselves. Does that make any sense?
Oof, don't go in there.
We all are individuals, but we're all a part of a whole. Does that make any sense whatsoever?
I'm glad I joined this call. What about you, What about you guys? Actually, I just realized. Besides Steven, this is the group of people who were added to the stream late. Isn't it?
To us.
Yeah, me.
I mean, like,
Me-
it's been pretty enjoyable.
Yeah.
I feel like this was a good idea.
Yeah.
Now you all know how I act as drunk and I just finished my last beer. Not
Good. That
sad.
means we can end this.
Yeah, this is probably about the
No,
time.
please don't end this. Please understand that to help oneself is to help another.
Well,
it, but
unfortunately, I can't help anyone.
somebody else.
I'm finally reaching the point of going to sleep now.
Yeah, we should probably pack it in. Hey,
Stop.
Getting tired.
You must help. You must reach a balance.
Jeremy, I'm
There's a choice.
your
You
fault.
help. Wait, stop.
Captivating,
Stop.
but they need to
Stop.
sleep.
Stop. Everybody shut up. Shut up.
Damn it, I'm like
There's a choice you must.
away from fate.
Stop. There's a choice you make that you must take within yourself. You help the other, you help yourself.
I'm probably not gonna remember.
You must reach a
because I
balance.
usually don't remember.
Wait. Sarah, stop. There's a choice you must make within yourself. You help someone else, or do you help someone else? Everyone else has had a dream. The dream where you help someone else is by yourself. But you must understand. There's no balance between the two. There's no A or B. There's no C, no D, no E, or anything else. The world is random. Well, it's always good to help someone else. There's always A or B, but there's never an A or B. That doesn't make sense. The world doesn't make sense. But it makes sense at the same time. You must find the A and B.
I have to
You
go
must
to
help
bed.
someone else.
Jeremy,
hey, Steven, it's time to go to. It's time.
I have to go to bed.
And I finished. I understand you all have to go to bed.
It's a quarter to 2.
Good night.
I gotta go to bed. I gotta sleep.
Good night, Steven. Good luck tomorrow morning.
Wait. I'll finish with the last thought, okay?
I gotta go to bed. I'm
You must
tired.
help someone else.
Have a good night,
You
Sarah.
must always find the. Wait.
I
This is my last thought.
Just leave the call. Just leave the call. He's not going to end. I will finish this. Don't worry.
That's my final thought. Good night.
Good night.
Night.
I gotta go to bed.
Good night.
Good night.
Good
Help
night.
somebody else. Take this away when you finish this video. Help somebody else while you help yourself. While you help somebody yourself.
Amen,
Good
Steven.
day, good self. Good be, good self. You must be who you are, but help somebody else be who they are. Think who you are, but be who yourself. Do not think any less of yourself, but I am who yourself. Thank you. Good night. God bless America and the rest of the world.
Well said, Steven. Anyway, guys, that's it for this stream. Tune in again tomorrow for the wonderful tales of hungover Steven. Have a great night.